What is going on, homies? Welcome to Ask Me Anything number 3. My name is John Solo. Thank you so much for stopping by. Since we started this AMA series a couple of months ago, you guys have been asking some fantastic Star Wars questions and demanding a Star Wars themed AMA. Well, today I decided to give the people what they want. I've quite a few questions to get through, so I want to dive right into this right after giving a shout out to today's sponsor, the Mos Eisley Spaceport. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy anywhere else. Question number 1, what is the best and worst thing about Star Wars? I've got to say, in my opinion, the best thing about Star Wars is the amount of depth in the universe and the amount of detail it has. It makes it feel so real. It's just so cool to me. There's so many planets and systems within the galaxy. There's legitimate Star Wars science. All of the characters that you know and love have a backstory. The fact that every character, no matter how big or small, even like the characters in Jabba's band, all have names and backstories. It blows my mind. It makes it feel like it's real. It makes it feel like this actually did happen a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So in my opinion, that's the best thing about Star Wars. Now, the worst thing about Star Wars, and keep in mind that I'm saying this as a massively dedicated Star Wars fan, obviously, the worst thing about Star Wars by far is the fan base. Now, this is not Star Wars exclusive, and I'm by no means talking about the entire fan base, but the most extreme fans of anything always ruin it. And that's because the fans' obsession leads to hostility and aggressive behavior. For example, I obviously love Star Wars, and I've talked a lot about the saga on this channel. The fact that I haven't read some expanded universe novels, despite them not even being canon anymore, or if I mispronounce a character's name from the Clone Wars, people just attack me for no reason. They're like, you're not a real Star Wars fan? How can you have a channel dedicated to Star Wars? How can somebody that's this big of a douchebag like Star Wars? Hey, you f***ing idiot, we're on the same side.
Stop freaking betraying me! I'm on your team!
I want nothing but good things for the Star Wars franchise. So me covering a theory that you don't like or you don't believe in doesn't warrant you threatening to kill me. Does that make sense? Does that click in your head? Like I said, this is not a Star Wars exclusive thing. I think I'm just subjected to it more than most people because of what I do. But that, in my opinion, is by far the worst part of Star Wars. And then episodes 1 and 2. Do you play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Not only do I play Galaxy of Heroes, I play it way too much. My main squad is Captain Phasma as the leader, Luminara Unduli, Biggs Darklighter, Savage Opress, and Geonosian Soldier. At this point, I've got most of them to 7 stars. I'm level 78 out of 80. This is not a sponsorship, but that game is out of control awesome, and if you're a Star Wars fan, I know for a fact that you'll love it. Rate all 7 movies with a quick score. I'm gonna say that in chronological order, starting from episode 1, it's 2, 2, 6, 9, 10, 9, 8. I'm also not exaggerating, by the way, when I say that episodes 1 and 2 are definitely 2 out of 10s. I do not think they were good films, and if they were not Star Wars, I would not watch them. Did you get upset when the original expanded universe was made uncanon? I was definitely not upset. I never really dived too deep into the expanded universe. To me, it made being a Star Wars fan a lot less stressful because there wasn't an infinite amount of information that I still had to learn. Also, I think a lot of the things from the expanded universe are just plain stupid. For example, Darth Sidious literally dying 4 times. Favorite character in the Star Wars Force Awakens? I've got 2 favorites. Kylo Ren, because he's played by Adam Driver, who is an amazing actor, and Poe Dameron, because he's an amazing pilot, and also Oscar Isaac is a fantastic actor as well. I think both characters were awesome, and I do still love Finn and Rey as well. Do you like Ahsoka Tano? As a character, I think Ahsoka is fine, but I really don't like the fact that they gave Anakin an apprentice, and I really hate the fact that that's canon. You mean to tell me that between episodes 2 and 3 he had an apprentice the entire time and she was just never mentioned again? That just seems pretty stupid to me. And then also the fact that she was totally put in there just to have more appeal to little kids. That's kind of the main thing I can't get past when watching the Clone Wars series. I haven't even finished the first season, and this is my second attempt at trying. It's just so obviously pandering towards little kids. I've just found myself watching some highlights of the show on YouTube because I can't watch the entire series. It's just, to me, it's too childish. Every single episode's just got a cheesy moral and is like, what did you learn today, Padawan? And I'm like, 21 years old, I knew that sharing was good, but don't worry, I will remember to believe in myself from now on. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you were a Jedi who survived Order 66, where would you hide? This is an amazing question, probably my favorite out of all the questions I was asked, honestly. Therefore, I want to hear what you guys think, so make sure you leave me your answers down below. Personally, I think Tatooine is the best place to hide. I think Obi-Wan had it down. So if we're saying realistically, where would I go to try to survive? I would definitely say Tatooine for sure. But if there's some leeway, I think I'm gonna go with Kashyyyk because Kashyyyk has got some beautiful weather. I think I would get along with the Wookiees wonderfully. I know that there was a battle at the end of the Clone Wars right on Kashyyyk, so there were a bunch of clones there. But if I could wait until they left, I feel like the Wookiees would accept me. As long as you don't irritate them, they're pretty gentle folk. It would be really, really difficult, now that I'm thinking about it, to learn their language, but I think we would be okay. And now for the final question, are you team Han shot first or team Greedo shot first? I am 100% Han shot first all the way. I don't even know if there is a team for people who think that Greedo shot first. That being said, I do understand to an extent George Lucas wanting to change the scene. Because when you think about it, Han Solo goes on to have a committed relationship with Princess Leia and have babies with her. And it's sort of weird to think that the guy who ends up with the beautiful princess in the end is the same guy who was murdering people cold-blooded in the bar. I know that he was just stopping the inevitable, like Greedo was gonna shoot anyway, but you understand what I mean. That was kind of George Lucas's thought process with it, and after I heard that, I was like, okay, I dislike you a little bit less for that decision now. I still don't like the decision though. 100% Team Han shot first. And that does it for the Star Wars AMA. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed watching as much as I did answering these questions. As for the next AMA's theme, we're gonna go for something a little bit more typical, just life and life experiences. Just basic questions like, what was the dumbest thing you got in trouble for in high school, and have you ever hit a woman? You know, typical questions like that. So be sure to ask your questions for the next AMA down below and answer the comment question of the day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.
I will kill you and eat your firstborn child!